just applying myself solo wasn't really getting me anywhere. Putting my face on the resume is so important. It's important that they see you as well and you're not just another name.
Yeah, how many automated rejections do you think you got before Sword? Today's episode is going to be really cool because we're going to talk to my client, Ravleen Carr, who went from investment advising to tech sales in just 28 days and was able to double her income. We're going to go through her resume, the interview process she went through for one of the most competitive roles in tech sales, and how she got the offer. Enjoy. Before you even knew about me, what was
Mhm.
your career like and why did you feel like that wasn't the right fit for you long term?
I have been in the banking industry for the past 5-ish years now, and the growth really wasn't that great.
Mm,
Again, they do have it's a big company, so they do have a lot of employees working there, and they
mhm,
had a merger in as well. So a lot of the rooms were kind of blocked about for growth. And that's when I discovered tech sales and really an opportunity for something that I'm already doing, but this would be great for your growth, great for your financial freedom as well. And
mm.
I would be thinking innovatively as well, just creatively helping businesses and helping different clients just to improve the world in general because all their products are so great, which is why they're in a certain position as well.
Mm.
Which made me really like the industry in its own. And then I, of course, started looking up about how to get into it, try it on my own. It's not that easy to get it on your own
Hmm.
because you really don't know the nitty-gritties of the role before you're going
Yeah.
in, and it's really important to ask for help because
Mm.
you can shoot the shots, you can look at content all day long on Instagram, on LinkedIn, but you wouldn't know what you're going to apply and what is really fitting for you. And for that,
Yeah.
you really need a support, and that's when I started seeking out for help as well.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So I'm always curious to hear how people hear about tech sales. So do you have a
yeah.
friend doing it or did you see something on YouTube? Like how did you even discover tech?
There again, I wanted to get out of my role,
Mm,
just because of the growth, and which is why I was seeking other options. And just throughout that, I saw there was somebody was doing a workshop around tech sales, really
mhm,
explaining how it works. They were pitching it in how within 30 days, 60 days, you are able to get into that role.
mm,
And I just thought, okay, might as well look at that workshop
mm.
and get into that session. And that's when I did get into it. There was an AE as well from owner, if I'm allowed to say that name. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
there was an AE from that company that was in that session as well. I think he was there to really sell his own product as well. He was going to be coaching people who were already in sales.
Oh, cool.
But uh, but it was good to just explore a little bit around it. But then
Yeah.
again, after that, things of course fell off. I was just doing things on my own, trying to apply on my own as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's how I first heard about it.
Okay. And when you went into the job search alone, which is
Mhm.
scary, and you don't know what you don't know. I think that's the
Yeah.
main problem is like you're just watching YouTube and LinkedIn posts and stuff trying to apply this
Mhm.
stuff. How did it make you feel about your potential of getting into tech sales once you started doing it and you realized like this is much harder than I thought?
So I think going in, I went in with so much confidence. I was like, I'm gonna crush it. I'm gonna get it because there hasn't really been any role that I wasn't able to get myself before tech
Come on.
sales.
I like the
But that was
confidence. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So I went in very happy, very confident
Mhm.
about it. But then, of course, things have changed as well. Ever since, don't want to say it, but ever since 2020, things have changed in the hiring industry as well. Things have gotten a lot more competitive just because everything is remote. You can hire literally anybody in the world. So your competition is not just your own city or your own country or your own province. In our case, it's the world. Which in hindsight now I realize it, but not then when I was applying for roles. And I was applying, kept on getting auto rejected, and I just had no idea where am I going wrong. My resume, I was proud of it, but no, of course, it wasn't aligning with the guidelines or with how it should really match a tech industry
Mhm.
resume. And it's so important to realize that even though you're thinking you know and you're the best, you're not. There is somebody, of course, higher up in a higher up position than you, and also more experience than you as well. And
Mm.
yeah, again, just applying myself solo wasn't really getting me anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I like doing these recordings. It's one to
Mhm.
show you off because let's go. I mean, you just change your life through
Yeah.
hard work and discipline and stuff. But
Mhm.
it's also to give kind of these like free resources and tips and advice to people that are trying to do the same thing you did and they just literally don't know better. So I appreciate your wisdom as we go through this, and I think it's going to help a lot of people. So how did you discover me and Sword and what we do, and why did you decide to sign up?
So yeah, after that workshop, I was trying to figure out the best coaching for me. The people at workshop, who organize it, they seemed very, I don't want to say, but I just didn't align with them. It seemed
Mm,
very sales focusy for them to get people in.
mm,
So I didn't really align with their values. I did look up a couple of other coachings as well, but then yours was the one that really hit me. Just because you are so close to faith as well, you're
mm.
so close to the Lord. I just thought a person who's a man of God is not going to wrong me. So I thought, you know what? Trust Jack. I'm going to be honest. I looked you up. I did some of my own research, tried to find any Reddit, anything I could find. There was no dirt.
Oh,
Everything
ask
was
my
clean.
wife. I'm sure she'll have a few comments on that, but
But everything was so clean. There were awesome reviews of people you already helped as well, and you were so
Mm,
open to provide me to resources as well to talk to. So people who already worked with, I could talk to them before joining,
yeah.
which again helped me so much to really build that trust with you, and
Mm.
then get into it with you as well. Yeah,
It's definitely scary, right? Like,
yeah,
we're not talking about like 20 bucks. We're talking about a significant investment to
yeah,
change your life and your career. And
hmm
there's so many gurus and scams and stuff
yeah,
out there. Like, it's a lot. So I'm just like, guys, go to my LinkedIn profile, go to my reference section. Every
yeah,
single person on there, they're real people. Like, you can just DM them on LinkedIn and be like, yo, is this
mhm,
Jack guy real or not? Like, and it's helpful to hear your perspective. Like, you were a bit nervous, but after doing some due diligence, you felt like it was going to be a good fit.
yeah,
And for you, taking that big step, like the not only the time investment, the financial
mhm,
investment, all of it, it's always very nerve wracking, especially the
it
first
is,
few days and weeks, right? So,
yeah.
for you, when did you feel like you made the right decision? When did that moment hit where you were like, I think this was a good choice?
Honestly, just coming in. From the get-go, I knew I made the best choice here just because you were so helpful. You reached out to us every day. What's going on? Do you need my help? Right? That much accountability is not, I don't think we have seen, or I haven't really seen so much for a mentor per se. And you really wanted to show up. And I could sense that. Um, Pravleen, what's the problem? Where are you stuck? Right? You made sure that I was following the process to the T as well, but just offering me support outside of it as well, right? Just being so open with Slack messages. I don't know the last time I could reach out to someone in a position like yours. You're the topmost SDR leaders, and to be easily just sending a message and getting a reply to you from you within minutes. It's crazy resource is something that I really feel blessed to have,
Mm.
honestly. So again, that is one thing that really helped me decide that this is the best investment. But yeah, other than that, there were days when I was falling off as well. There have been time. And the fact that you were so open for me to bounce back, and you were non-judgmental, and you wanted to make sure that I am reaching my goals. So it wasn't really my my goal per se, but it was also your goal, and you wanted to make sure that I am getting back up on my feet again and fighting and just getting into that role. But no, that's when I realized that this is the best decision I've made.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It means a lot. And for me, getting to work with someone who's as focused and excited as you are, that makes me
Mhm.
jump all over it. Like, let's go. There's nothing that's going
Yeah.
to stop us. So, talk to me about the the gap for you, right? From it was
Mhm.
essentially December of 24 to
Mhm.
November of 25, like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I think you went back home to India for a bit,
Yeah.
and then you came back. So during that whole time, what was going on with your thought process around getting into tech? Because at that point, you signed up, you joined the program, you made
Yeah.
that big commitment. How did it feel to go through months of just like life happening?
Yeah, no, of course. So yeah, life was happening on the background, which is why I wasn't able to invest my time. So yes, I invested the amount here, the money, but not really my time. I wasn't able to give that to the program, and which is why I wasn't really applying as much as well because I wasn't preparing for it. I wasn't following the entire module that we have. So again, that kept on pushing things back month over month over month. And it's really like at one point I realized that what am I really doing? I have to get back up again. And the fact that again you were so open to take me back as well, because I thought maybe he's forgotten me. I had no idea, but again, just the fact that you were so open to help me, and then from November till I think early December, we just cracked the role that I wanted to. But I was so happy because I was investing my time. I was investing my night and day into the role. Messaging you, I went over the modules. One of the places where you say, "Message me." I know I don't hate people who is gonna ask me more questions. I love people who ask me more questions. I'm like, okay, fine. I'm gonna take his word. Kept on asking you questions and you kept on replying. That was so helpful. Just to really feed that into my brain as well that don't have to be shy to ask for help because
Mm.
he loves to help as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that really helped me pace my goal as well. Yeah, and fasten it, I guess.
As an SDR leader, something I'd always tell my reps is my
Yeah.
best reps are the ones who annoy me because they're asking
Mm-hmm.
so many questions. They're trying to get feedback on every little
Yeah.
call, and it's kind of tongue in cheek. Like they don't actually annoy me by asking a bunch of
Yeah.
questions. What really annoys me is when I have a rep who acts like they have it all figured out, they don't need help, and in
Mm-hmm.
3 months we're having a PIP conversation because they're not meeting standards. That
Yeah.
annoys me. But the rep who comes to me and says, "I need help with this. Can you review this? Can we look at this?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"You're gonna crush it for our team. Yeah, I want to help you." So when I got into
Yeah.
coaching, I was like, just the same mindset. Like my best clients are the most annoying clients, or quotes.
Yeah.
Um, but truly the most annoying clients are like they just every 5 days they update me with like, I had an interview yesterday. I'm like,
Yeah.
I had no idea. How am I supposed to help you if you don't blow me up? So
Yeah. No, thank you so much. Means a lot.
yeah,
Mhm.
so let's get into just a little bit of like real world what this looked like. So I'm gonna pop my screen open and we'll go to our Slack combo here.
Mhm.
So yeah, November 25th, you sent me this message. I'm ready to recommit fully. And I remember getting that message and I just grinned like ear to ear. And like
Yeah.
when I read it, I was like, yes, she's back. And yeah, we
Yeah.
just got right back to work. I got you back in the system and we refreshed your resume. So I want to pause here because you said you
Mhm.
tried to get into tech on your own. What did you see when it came to the resume were like some of the biggest differences of why you think your resume wasn't working versus the one we made here together?
Um, so many reasons. Just putting my face on the resume is so important. It's important that they see you as well. And you're not just another name and another black and white resume, where right now there is so much color, there is so much clarity to read as well. It's so easy
Mm,
to read, so easy to comprehend where you accomplished what you accomplished, as opposed to just simple bullet points. It gets very boring, and I think a lot of again with these roles, you're kind of not compet. Your competition is not really local; it is worldwide. So
yeah.
people have a standard resume um, template that you're getting from Google is something that hundreds of others have also gotten. So where are
Yeah.
you really standing out? And this is exactly where you do stand out with a whole another template and just a whole another perspective on your resume as well. So a lot of bullet points are around numbers, which are so important in the role as well, about how
Mm,
you established a certain amount of sale or a certain amount of ARR for that matter, or client
Yeah.
experience, right? So again, I would say this is the best one that helped me stand out.
Yeah, I love that we were able to take banking experience and
Yeah.
convert it to sales, right? Because
Mhm.
you were doing sales. It's just when you're in
Yeah.
banking, you don't think of it that way, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're just, oh, I'm doing banking. But, some of these bullets here, like uh, conducting over 40,000 cold calls, like I read that as a manager and I'm like, my goodness, she knows how to cold call. I don't care what context it's in, whether it's
Yeah.
banking or insurance sales or whatever. The fact that you've picked up the phone that many times, that's a really good thing for me.
Hmm.
Looking at like monthly quota. So I get this question a lot like, Jack, technically I don't have a quota. Okay, but you do because you're supposed to deliver a certain amount of something every month. That's your quota, right? So whether it's like I'm supposed to deliver 20 upsells for whatever investment product we have, or
Yeah.
whether it's I'm supposed to bus 20 tables a night as a restaurant worker.
Mhm.
It's like you can always make a quota, and then when you start talking about monthly quota attainment with a percentage tied to it and stuff, it just gets really salesy in the best way possible. And so
Yeah.
I think you did a great job of pivoting your experience and making it more salesy.
I thank you.
Yeah. So we get your resume buttoned up. We then jump into your LinkedIn. We got that cleaned
Mhm.
up, and yeah, now you're like, all right, I'm back in the process. We start applying to some jobs, and just kind of fast forwarding to when you landed your interview with Deal. So right
Yeah.
here, the interview was going to be on the 9th of December. So
Hmm.
pretty much like a week after we got your resume done, we had
Yeah.
you in the process with Deal.
Hmm.
Now they were like your first interview being back, right?
Yeah.
So you come back and you get like your dream
Mhm.
job interview right away. Was that a bit nerve-wracking to start there?
Um, Honestly, when life happens to you, like it did for me, I wasn't believing that everything is aligning.
Mm,
Um, and which is where I think you've noticed I had a lot of issues just believing and believing in myself and my strength as well. And I kept on asking you, Jack, am I still good to do this? But no, again, your help with just guidance around the Lord and also around how you need to be calm, not over prepare, because I was doing this at that point.
mm.
And just to really help me figure out that there is a balance. You got to figure out your answers, but you also have to let it go after a point. Once you've worked hard enough, just let the fruits of your labor garner through. Yeah.
That is a tricky balance where it's like you want to be perfect during these interviews, right?
Hmm.
And you really
Yeah.
but you can almost go too far to where now you're putting so much pressure on yourself that in
Hmm.
the interviews, you're not coming out as you. Like what makes Ravleen unique and special and different. Did you feel like you were able to do that with Deal, like truly be yourself, or did you find yourself clamming up a little bit and trying to like snap out of it, or what was that like?
No, I was all myself with Deal. Of
Yeah.
course, the resources, of course, were really helpful because it's important for you to have yeah, you can say tons of things, but there is only a certain time that the HR manager is going to be giving you 30 minutes, 20 minutes. And you have to really hit bullet points there and hit bullseye at that point. You cannot really talk about your life story and talk about, let's just say, a Joe opening a door for you. That makes no sense in that interview. So you have to really be aligned in a certain point of view. But yeah, I was really all myself. I do like to joke around a lot. I think that's my defense mechanism. But but yeah, it did help to really break that border as well and break that barrier between the interviewer and me. But yeah, that's how I went into it.
That's so funny. You told me that. I don't know. Maybe I can
Yeah,
find it. Maybe not.
yeah.
You sent me a
I
voice
still
memo.
believe
Like,
it.
you were so nervous. You were like, "Jack, I
Yeah,
don't know if I did well. How did it like, I can't tell."
yeah,
And I heard that and I'm like, "Oh, no. Ravleen's putting, like, so much pressure on herself. I hope she's not going into these interviews like a worrywart, like, so uptight
yeah,
and nervous." But then you said I asked you about that, like, "Hey, are you sure you're going in confident?" And you're like, "Oh,
mhm,
yeah, I was cracking jokes. I made the interviewer laugh." And I'm like, "Wait,
Yeah.
what?" I don't view you like, our conversations are always so
Uh,
serious.
serious,
I
yeah.
I never thought you'd be, like, joking on an interview and stuff, and so when I
Yeah.
heard that, I was like, "Good, she's gonna be just."
Yeah. No, I know I do put off that vibe just because I'm so serious. I don't want to get anything wrong
Yeah.
for the bullet points, and I guess that's also one of the reasons that took me that, that's why I went on a break because
Mhm.
when I do get into it, I don't want to miss anything, and
Yeah.
which is why I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be missing things. Do you want to take another break? That's what ended up happening, but again, just preparing for it. Um, I just didn't really want to miss any bullet point. And when there were things after the interview, I was like, oh man, I could have said that as well. but
Yeah, of
then,
course.
whatever was prepared and said did do the job. So I was
It
happy around that.
job. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's a good point to remind people listening, like, you gotta be yourselves in the interviews because they don't want
Mhm.
to hire some, like, stiff robot version of you. They want you. They
Mhm.
want your weirdness, your quirks,
Yeah.
like, what makes you you. I know for me and my business coach, I'm like you, like, in the relationship, I'm
Yeah.
so serious with him. I'm like, "Here's what I'm focused on. Is it good enough?"
Mhm.
But then in real life, like, I'm just kind of a goofball, and so he only sees this one version of me
Yeah.
where it's different with everyone else, so I get it. Okay, so you went through, like, a deals process is intense, and it's very competitive. I don't
Yeah.
know, they probably didn't tell you how many people applied to the role, but the last one I saw when my buddy, Elijah was working over there, he had over 2,000 applicants, so I imagine you kicked some butt. Do you know at all, like, how many other people were interviewing?
Honestly, I have no idea how many,
Okay.
but I do know the hiring manager who hired me. Um, he said, "You're my first outside hire."
Yeah.
And the team is excited because everybody is internal in his team. So I was so happy around that because I know by then the process had been out for a while.
Mm,
The posting had been out for a while, and even right now it's been out. And I only spoke with him yesterday. And if I'm his first hire, I'm just assuming there would have been a lot of applications,
yeah.
and he did pick me. So I'm
Wow.
really makes me feel really worthy, and really brings back that confidence as well that hey, the automated rejection email, those are just emails. It's not a score to your personality or your skills.
How many automated rejections do you think you got before Sword?
Oh, hundreds. Could be
Gosh.
hundreds. Yeah.
So, isn't that crazy that, like, if all the data
Hmm.
you're
Hmm.
seeing says, "Sorry, we went with someone else, we went with someone else, we went with someone else,"
Hmm.
100, like, so many jobs say that to you, what do you believe about yourself? You're gonna believe that, like, "This isn't for me." And if Ravleen, you took that as
Hmm.
truth, you wouldn't be here right now. You'd probably be back in your banking role, right?
Right. And it's so easy to take it as your truth as well, because I was just reading something. If you let's just say you're being told something, right? Every day, all day, no matter what you're doing, you're being told you're rejected, rejected, rejected. You kind of start believing that as well.
Yeah.
It's really tough to break that belief. Because, for example, if you're told you're a Superman, you're after maybe a month or two, you're going to try and start flying.
Mhm.
For whatever reason, whatever you're told or whatever you see does end up aligning with your values as well and aligning with your beliefs. So I believed that I'm not worth it,
Yeah.
which was why I was so anxious going into every round of interview and waiting for them to come back with a reply. I'm like, I don't know how I did it because they're gonna reject me, is what I was thinking at the back of my head. But no, just believing and having that conversation with you after every interview,
Yeah.
letting you know this is what I did. It was so helpful that you approve of it. And after a point, I realized that you know what, even if this does not happen, I know something will happen just because I have prepared so much.
Mhm.
I felt so nice about myself as well. I felt better, like a better person, like a better professional, that I
Yeah.
could really communicate my answers better. Yeah.
Mm. And this is why community is so important because
Mhm.
Ravleen in isolation, getting rejection emails all day long, you do
Yeah.
believe this narrative about yourself that, okay, I probably
Yeah.
don't belong here. I'm not qualified enough. I mean, this is biblical. The Bible says, as
Yeah.
a man thinks, so he is. So whatever you think about, you become.
Yeah.
And so we have
Exactly.
to pay attention to what is programming us, right? And so
Hmm.
biblically, like we would want God to program us. Like God says that he loves us, that he's forgiven us, that we're his children and all these things. So we let that decide who we are. And
Yeah.
even in tech, getting into tech sales, it applies because for you, once you got around me and this community of people saying, you can
Hmm.
do it, you're doing a great
Yeah.
job, you are worthy, you started to have that belief of like, hey, if they're saying it, I think I can believe it too, rather than just
Hmm.
being alone and isolated trying to figure things out.
Exactly. That's so true. I think that's exactly what happened with me.
Yeah, my son, we all got our blood taken this morning, and my son, he's 2 years old. He went to get his blood taken, and we were talking to him
Yeah.
about it all night last night, like, "Hey, you're tough, you're brave, you're gonna
Yeah.
do a great job," and he crushed it today. Like, he didn't cry,
Nice.
he didn't even, like,
Yeah.
flinch, but my wife, on the other hand, she grew up around a lot of, like, medical anxiety and stuff, so for
Yeah.
her, even as an adult, she's still like, "I don't wanna look at my arm," and it's interesting how as humans we're basically
Yeah.
whiteboards waiting to be
Hmm.
programmed. And
Yeah.
so what we start to believe about ourselves really does matter. And so even the people listening, like if you're getting rejection, I mean, yeah, you need to do something different for sure. You can't be
Hmm.
insane and do the same thing over and
Yeah.
over. But if you get around people who know what they're doing and will encourage you, like Ravleen, like the community of people getting into tech sales, I mean, that's when things will start to shift because you realize you're not alone and you are capable.
Yeah. And it's so important just to know, because you're right. Once you're programmed that you can do it, you actually do it. There's a sense of ownership that comes into it once you really say it out loud that, hey, I'm gonna do it. You're kind of putting your name and your whole being behind that goal, and it's just so important to then again for you to pull through and really push. Um,
Yeah.
Again, push the race or the
Yeah.
accelerator and just get going. Yeah.
And once you do one hard thing, the next hard thing becomes a little easier. And so for you, like this was really hard for you to get into tech. It took 28
Yeah.
days. It didn't take long, but it was
Yeah.
hard work. You grinded.
Right.
But now once you're in the role in a week and a half here, you're going to be like, well, I did sword, so I know I can do this,
Hmm.
right? And so it just kind of builds that confidence in you where you're not going to have to battle that imposter syndrome of, do I belong here?
That's so true. Um, Even like going in, I was thinking, how do I prep for the first few days? And I just knew that okay, you're here, you have done sport. There is a way, there is a checklist you have to follow. But as long as you have that organized and you just decide to put in the hard work, it's
Mhm.
gonna happen. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
absolutely.
simple thing. Just have a good intent and put in the hard work, and you'll be golden.
I love it. One of my,
Yeah.
last questions for you here as we kind of wrap up, one of them is the actual offer. What did it feel like to get the offer? What was the situation? Did they call you, email you, and how did it feel?
Yeah, so kind of funny for me. So, Deal has a whole different process, right? They have a peer interview right at the end. So once you have done all your interviews and you've the hiring managers like you, the associate directors, they like you, peer interview comes at the end. And after that is when you get your offer. Um, so yes, peer interview is important, but it's also you're talking to like a buddy, right? So I wasn't too stressed for that one. But once I cleared the fourth round, I cried. I was like, okay, it's done. Even before going in a peer interview, I knew the offer is in, just because I just saw everything in perspective and everything was rewinding back to when I started. And I cried. I remember I was driving just to like to a place of worship that I go to,
Mm,
just to thank. And on that drive, I wasn't able really to see the road, and I was crying. I'm kind of choking up right now, but yeah, it just
mm,
felt so emotional. And after that, one another thing, it was very stupid, but something that I noticed is after when I went to a grocery store. I was walking with my shoulders so high. I was like, I can buy this, I can buy but again, it's that freedom, not to really have a list of groceries that you're buying. Being
Wow.
It's very small, and I didn't even think about it when I again throughout the entire process. I really didn't think about it, but
Mm.
when I did went to a store, I was there with so much confidence, and I
Wow.
knew that anything I wanted, I could get. That's that's such a great feeling to have. Not that you want to exploit it, but just the
Sure.
freedom. That's when I felt it, among other materialistic things, is when I
That is
truly felt
that is
that freedom.
such a
Yeah,
wild perspective that, like, 10 minutes after getting the offer, because now you
yeah,
know your income has effectively just doubled.
yeah,
Just like that, after getting that
yeah.
offer. You walk into a grocery store and already you're
Hmm.
like, "I get to live double the life I was just living, like, 10 minutes
Yeah.
ago." That's insane.
Yeah, I don't know how it happened, but it did at that point. And I thought I will tell this to Jack because it's so weird,
Yeah.
but it happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did your family say? Because I know they were a big motivator behind you doing this, like, almost proving to them
Yeah.
you could, right? Like, what did they say when you told them about the offer?
They cried as well. They were
Oh.
so happy. Like my mom was tearing up. She was so happy that again there was a conversation we were having about winning and losing, like with my parents, and I was thinking, should I just really give up everything and not try? And my parents, just them being parents, they were like, listen, just don't stress too much. If you want to take a break, come back. It's okay. Take a break. We are with you, right? Being parents.
Mhm.
But then at that point when they said we are here is when I knew that I'm not going to give up. And that's what I told them as well. If I do come back, I want to come back on my terms, not because I lost.
Mhm.
And when I got the offer, that's what I told them. I'm like, we won. And they cried because it kind of felt like it's a big win. It is a win. It's Ravleen versus her world, but it is a win. So yeah, my mom was so happy. And yeah, it just opens so many doors of possibilities for us. Yeah.
This is gonna be a weird compliment, but I have this Bible verse. So, I'm looking it up right here. Proverbs 31.
Yeah.
Um, it describes like a woman clothed in dignity, and I just see you clothed in this dignity of you having this confidence, but
Hmm.
this humility that's wrapped around this confidence where you are a
Yeah.
warrior. Like the stuff you've been through,
Yeah.
the decisions you've had to make, hard decisions, and you've just carried yourself with this humility, this grace, but there's this confidence. And I see you like as this warrior woman who is just
Thank
like,
you.
I don't, it's really cool. So
Thank you.
congrats on being you and just discovering who you were through this process.
No, really. Thanks a lot. It means a lot, Jack, because again, I'm not in the same religion as yours,
Hmm.
but I went to a Catholic school. I
Yeah.
grew up in Catholic school, and I would say I am pretty close to all religions and to Jesus as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, just the fact that you're close to God and you make sure that we are listening to the same words, right? To the words of wisdom which were
Mhm.
given out by God. Again, it's so important to keep remembering. Again, you're kind of programming us as well to be better human beings and to really help out in the world as well. So
Yeah.
that's really like my next goal is to be like you, to with some perspective, just to help, just to
Mm.
serve, because I know that's your main goal, and I want that to be my goal as well.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, I mean, that's what we're here for at the end of the day, like, you getting a job like this, changing into a career like this,
Hmm.
it's not only for the money's amazing, and what the money lets you do is amazing, but it's
Yeah.
also like, Ravleen, one day you're gonna be an SDR manager or some
Yeah.
kinda people leader. I see you leading people, and you're
Yeah.
gonna get to talk to the girl who came from India and is trying to find
Yeah.
her future,
Mm.
and you're gonna be the one on that interview with her, like, "You
Crazy.
got this." It's
Yeah.
so crazy, but that's how this works, and, for me, I don't care what religion and Catholic, Christian,
Right.
Buddhist do, and, like, for me, it's Jesus, and if
Yeah.
people can know Jesus and how much he loves them, then it's like, that's that reprogramming that starts to happen, And so
Right.
I see so much of just the goodness of God over you and how he's wired you.
Yeah.
And I'm really grateful that he allowed us to cross paths like this and get to work together. This was a lot of fun.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, last question I have for you
Hmm.
as we wrap
Sure.
here. What advice would you give all the people listening that are trying to get into tech sales? And I know there's a
Yeah.
lot you could say there. Do you have
Yeah.
anything specific that you feel like a lot of people are doing wrong right now?
Um, it's it's important to ask for help. And I think you would be too naive to believe that if you send a connection request to somebody on LinkedIn, they're going to give their own time and energy to help you. After a reply, everybody is busy, and it's okay. It's not that they're being rude. They are busy. They're building their own life, and I know you're trying to do that too. Someone who's seeking help, but it's important to invest. It's important to invest in your own growth because, like you always say, nobody is gonna invest in you better than you. You want to be the one who's pushing those borders and who's working for yourself. So it's important to, I would say, join Sword because it is the best program out there. But no, it's so important to really invest in the right person and really believe in yourself after, right? Just put in that hard work. But I know right now you might be doing all the hard work you're thinking you're doing, following those Instagram reels or LinkedIn posts or anything on Reddit, wherever you're getting your information from, but it's not structured. It's not aligned to your personality. It's not aligned to your skills. So you're really doing everything, you're putting in the hard work, but you're not going to get anywhere just because it is so unstructured and it is so spread out. So it's important to really bring everything under perspective and have that investment made.
I'm smiling because I'm just talking to the girl who a year ago was just shooting off tech sales everywhere
Yeah,
and almost didn't decide to continue with tech sales. And here
yeah,
you are. And your income has doubled, your life has changed, your family is proud of you, I'm proud of you, and
yeah.
you've become this version of yourself that is just fearless. So, Reveline, thank you. It was
Thank
an
you.
honor working with you. This isn't goodbye, right? Like you're going to stay in
Yeah.
Sword forever. If you
Hmm.
ever need any help while you're at Deal, you can, of course,
Hmm.
hit me up. I'm going to be right there.
Yeah,
Did you get the SDR training course as well? The link to that?
yeah. I just got it. So yeah, I'm gonna be starting doing that as well.
Beautiful. And I'm just going to brag a little bit like Jeremy Osalvo, he's been promoted twice at Deal. We had
Let's
Izzy just
go.
get promoted to
Yeah,
team lead. Simon and
amazing.
Mario over there, they're going to get
Hmm.
promoted. So you guys, all my sword clients at Deal, there's like 8 or 9 of you. Um, watch out. Raveline's going to come kick your butt. So
No, I need their help. But no, it would be super helpful. It's such a great community out there as well. And to know that there are so many people from sport at Deal, I have a circle of my own. I'm so happy about that.
love it. Well, thank you, Raveline.
Thank you, Jack.